Welcome into 5 Wide Fantasy. Today's video, we're going over some must-start players for Week 4, building a lineup on OwnersBox. If you guys haven't signed up, deposit match up to $500, $10 free entry into a DFS contest of your choice, and a $10 Lightning Lineups free entry as well. Link to sign up is down below in the description. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to let me know, subscribe to the channel, like the video if you enjoyed, comment down below with some of your favorite players to start this week or any start-sit decisions you are looking to make. And let me know if you're playing in our 50K Sunday Smash contest. That's the one I'm in on. Let's take a look at the players. We'll go over some of my favorite players at each position, their values, how we're building this lineup out for Week 4. Usually like to start at the quarterback position, so that's what we'll do here. Honestly, there are a few quarterbacks that I like in specific matchups that are lower priced. For example, Daniel Jones against Chicago, a pretty poor secondary, and the pass rush isn't too good for Chicago. So maybe a chance finally for Daniel Jones to have some time in the pocket. He's been pressured at the highest rate in the NFL this season, over 50% of his dropbacks. So honestly, he could have a significant difference in performance. He's been okay so far this year in terms of rushing upside. That's been very nice. So that is someone you could certainly target this week. A few others that I don't mind would be Baker Mayfield in a matchup against this Arizona defense. Their secondary is very suspect in my mind. There's an opportunity of a guy that I'm very out on in terms of talent, in terms of actually winning football games, but could return some fantasy value this week against this Cardinals defense. Those are two of the bigger low-priced guys that I really would look to play this week. Otherwise, another one is Jared Goff, who's middle-priced. We've talked about him as a waiver wire ad. I think this is an excellent matchup for him. So that's another. And then Russell Wilson. The Raiders present an opportunity here with a really good pass pro from Denver for Russ to be able to pick apart this Raiders secondary that I do not have a lot of respect for. I know their offense is struggling, but this could finally be the time that he breaks out, even though I couldn't tell you, or I couldn't say enough how out I am on Russell Wilson and Nathaniel Hackett. I do think eventually this offense does get it together, so that's a guy I'm looking to pay attention to. What I'm going to go with, though, is I'm going to go with Daniel Jones at QB, and I am going to go with Russell Wilson. So in this scenario, I do want to stack both of these guys. Cortland Sutton is an obvious one in my mind that I'll pay up for just under $6K. And then the other one, you look at the it's Wednesday here when I'm recording this video, and the Giants obviously lost Sterling Shepard for the season and have not had a practice, or both Wan'Dale Robinson and Kadarius Toney are not practicing on Wednesday. That makes Richie James the #1 option. Kenny Golladay, I wouldn't touch that guy with a 10-foot pole. He can't catch a football right now. He's talking out of his ass that he deserves to be played. Doesn't look like he should be on the field at all. Probably not going to be in good favor with Brian Daboll this week either. And then we had, who am I missing from this Giants pass or receivers? Blanking right now on who I'm missing. David Sills, who's been involved, and then Darius Slayton. But Slayton had no targets last week, but one was active. So honestly, it's Richie James and David Sills who would be my top looks in this offense, and I'll go Richie James for his volume, 6 targets in all 3 of his week so far this season. So we've covered the stacks at running back. Let's look at tight end. I do like to fill that out relatively early as well. If we're looking at some value, I would say some players that would stick out would be, I know Mac Jones is out. Jonnu Smith has been playing involved. This would be a good matchup for Chicago's passing offense. I know I've been talking about this too much with Chicago. Kmet and Mooney are guys I'm willing to drop in my season-long leagues. But this is something to check out, just considering his price down at $4,200 as I go through the rest of these other tight ends. Yeah, he's definitely the one that has the best value at the bottom. Another one would be, spending a little bit higher. If Dalton Schultz is back against Washington's defense, that would be an interesting start. Again, that's somewhere we have to spend a little bit more money. So I am going to go with Cole Kmet as someone that I can save a little bit at the position if I'm playing him. So we'll go with that for the tight end spot. And let me find him here. There he is. Okay, running back. Running back is a position that we talked about in the running back rankings that has a lot of players at that lower price tier that I think can return value this week. Some of those being Damian Harris, Jamal Williams, Rashad Penny. If Khalil Herbert is playing, of course, he would be valuable. Ramondre Stevenson is another. And then if we, as we get through, those would be the players that would stick out to me as potential plays at those lower priced options. Antonio Gibson is my RB8 on the week. He's definitely someone I'm targeting in all of my lineups. The Dallas running defense presents some major opportunity, and then some opportunity for Gibson, of course, as a receiver as well. I think this game might be a little bit more high scoring than people expect. So Gibson is one of my backs. And then for the second spot, I actually think I will go. It's either between Jamal Williams or Rashad Penny, and I'm going to go with Rashad Penny. A good matchup here against Detroit. So that leaves me with the 2 flex spots. Being that we're playing with full point per reception, I do lean towards looking at the wide receiver position. So we'll filter to have both in here, but I would lean towards more wide receiver. And I've got a good amount of money here to spend, $6,100 per at the flex spot. So we can look at some more higher priced players to target to fill out these spots. So some of the guys that are here, we've got Mike Williams, we got Deontay Johnson in a plus matchup. He's seen plenty of volume. Another player that if I wanted to, if I wanted to go get a Stephon Diggs against this Baltimore defense, or even a guy like I mentioned Jonathan Taylor in a running backs video, as the Titans are giving up the most yards per carry in the NFL right now. Greg Dortch is someone that I could certainly plug in at 4,700, but that would put me at 75. So I wouldn't really have, or I'd be leaving a lot of money on the table, which I don't want to do. So if we just look at wide receiver with this first one, I think I like Deontay Johnson at his price at 5,800. And then that gives me the chance to go to 6,400. And I mentioned that I really like the Lions passing offense in this game against Seattle, and that would fill things out if I had him in at that spot. Could also go with a guy like A.J. Brown or CeeDee Lamb or Michael Pittman, but I do think Amon-Ra with his volume is a great play this week as well. So I really like what we've done here. So I got Daniel Jones and Richie James as a stack. I've also got Russell Wilson, Cortland Sutton as a stack, running back spots, Antonio Gibson, Rashad Penny, and then a tight end, Cole Kmet, and then Deontay Johnson and Amon-Ra St. Brown at flex. So been able to save some money and spend up on those 2 guys in the flex spot who give me some great volume in a PPR scoring format here in OwnersBox. If you guys are new, be sure to go check out OwnersBox. The link is down below in the description. If you guys are looking for any players to add to your lineups this week, let me know in the comments. Anyone that I missed here, any stacks that you like on the week. But other than that, that's everything for today. We'll see you guys in the next one.